Hey guys, welcome to the Reparenting Daily podcast, your free daily guide for inner child healing and repairing the relationship with yourself. This podcast helps you establish a consistent reparenting routine and is divided into 3 sections. The first is a daily reading, the second is a discussion of that reading, followed by suggested journal prompts, and the last section is a peaceful binaural beats meditation for closing. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening from whenever and wherever you're joining us. I'm so glad that you can join us today on this journey of healing, self-expansion, and growth. If this is your first time, welcome. As a celebration of recently passing episode 500, I've opened up a free membership tier for our Patreon community. And this is so that you can access additional resources as well as join our weekly Zoom support calls for free. I understand that there's a lot going on in the world right now, and I know that so many people are really struggling. And so my hope with this is to encourage others to take up the serious work of reparenting and to offer a free community where people can do that. I'd also like to thank everyone who's been along for the journey so far. We've passed episode 550 and continuing beyond. And so this is just a reminder to you all that this is a free podcast, but if you'd like to support the project, you can purchase the Reparenting Daily Journal where you can follow us along all year. This 333-page journal gives you extra insight and resources for each week and also provides space for you to keep your notes. Another way to support the podcast is to purchase the Fairy Tales for Reparenting series, volumes 1 through 3. This collection organizes famous and obscure fairy tales from around the world into 3 phases of the hero's journey, from beginning, middle, to end. While you may think that fairy tales are for kids, I'd like to challenge you. These stories contain profound truths and lessons carried down over centuries that we can use in our own reparenting journeys. It's a fun way to reconnect with your inner child. Each volume comprises 10 fairy tales. Each volume also contains an analysis section that helps you dive deeper into the message, as well as journal prompts with space for you to keep your notes. Lastly, you can also support this podcast by taking a paid Patreon subscription, by purchasing some of the books that are available on Amazon, or by donating on Buy Me a Coffee. You can find all this information on the Support Us section on the website. Thank you again for your time. And so now with these announcements out of the way, let's dive into today's practice. Today's reading is a poem entitled Trigger by Elizabeth Tyease Collins. Just as a reminder, we're in January, and the theme for this month is self-awareness and reflection. We're in week 2, and the theme for this week is identifying emotional triggers. Trigger, a poem by Elizabeth Collins. I pulled the trigger, no one would. Sit and listen. I send myself underground for all the wrong reasons. Send all my troubles underground. Spend all my time with my head down. And I know that I'd be next on death's list. Even though deep inside I just knew I had a life to live. I knew no one would listen to a girl in pain. No one would comprehend a girl in disdain. Am I sure that I was able to live that life in vain? Am I sure that love is what I wanted to expect it to be? When the trigger hit my brain to dash my dreams, he wants to be there, but he can't hear me. In death, I am in the dark with everything. But in real life, I am nothing. Maybe a speck of nothingness is all I am. But I know shutting my heart was what I never regretted. Maybe I'm just crazy in the head. That all I've wished for, me, is dead. But even as I try to comprehend how I feel, I know that this bullet in my brain is real. Thank you, and that's the reading for today. back, this poem gives voice to what triggers feel like from the inside. Not a single moment, but a slow burial. It speaks to the pain of not being heard, not being believed, and learning too early that silence felt safer than asking for help. The trigger here isn't just an event, it's the accumulation of neglect, dismissal, and internalized despair that convinces someone their pain does not count. What's especially powerful and heartbreaking is how the poem shows the split inside. One part knows that there is a life to live, while another part feels erased, underground, invisible. That's the core of trauma triggering, two truths existing at once. When triggers fire, the wounded part takes over the microphone, drowning out the adult self that knows better. The imagery is extreme because the nervous system experiences danger and triggers as a life or death event, even when the danger is no longer present. This reading also reveals something crucial for healing. The pain isn't madness, it's meaning. The urge to shut down, disappear, or go numb wasn't random. It was a survival response to not being met with care. Triggers don't mean you're broken. They mean something inside of you learned, I was alone with this once. Healing begins when that part finally is ready to listen without judgment, minimization, or fear. As we go on to the journal prompts for today, when triggers fire for you, what belief about yourself or the world immediately takes over? In moments of emotional overwhelm, what part of you feels unheard or invisible? And what does it need now that it didn't get it then? And number 3, what would being listened to actually look like for you today, by yourself and or a safe other? That's it for today. As always, thanks for being here. Take care of yourself, and please do be well. Welcome back. Now, this is the third and final section of the daily podcast. This is your silent meditation. Please find a place where you can be comfortable and undisturbed, where you can relax and spend some time with yourself for this 10-minute meditation. You can choose to be sitting, standing, lying, whatever makes you comfortable today. Listen to yourself. And next, be sure that you're taking some time to be with your breath, to connect with your body. Don't be disturbed by your thoughts. Allow them to pass and just observe. Do not engage. And use this time to connect with yourself, whatever time of day you're listening to this. Namaste.